weapons. Before tribes learned to stand together, there was the child, small, fragile, and silent, carried against the chest of a mother who knew that every shadow might hold death. Life millions of years ago was not peaceful. It was loud, violent, and merciless. Thunder rolled across open savannas. Giant predators stalked the tall grass. Every sound could be warning. Every scent, a predator's approach. And yet, early humans, small, vulnerable hominins, refused to vanish. They adapted. They cooperated. They fought with whatever they could find. Because one infant, one child, one life meant the future of an entire species. This is the story of how the first humans defended their young, and how those struggles shaped the people we are today. Millions of years ago, Earth was a battlefield. Heat waves shimmered across the plains. Forest edges were thick with hidden eyes. Early humans stood no taller than a modern adolescent, with weak muscles compared to predators, and little more than instinct to survive. The cause and effect was brutal. Protect the young, or your lineage ends. Infants cried at the wrong moment and attracted hyenas. Footprints left in soft mud led predators straight to sleeping families. Storms drove beasts into the same caves early humans used as shelter. The world demanded silence, awareness, and constant vigilance. And so, the first survival strategy emerged: movement. Never stay too long. Never rest too deeply. Never trust the quiet. Providing food meant leaving the young vulnerable. The forest offered fruits and insects, but shadows hid leopards. The plains offered roots and carcasses, but lions dominated the open land. Parents learned to gather quickly, breaking branches to carry berries, digging with stones for tubers, climbing trees to escape threats. Scavenging was a race. Find a carcass before the vultures finished it, or before the predators returned. But the cause and effect remained constant. The more food they found, the more predators followed. Mothers often carried infants on their backs while foraging, listening for every snap of a twig. Fathers circled the group, watching the horizon. Older children sat in trees, acting as early warning alarms. Food was survival, but also risk. Sometimes running wasn't enough. Sometimes the beasts smelled them first. Imagine a saber-toothed cat emerging from the grass, silent, deadly, eyes fixed on the smallest member of the group. Early humans had no metal weapons, no spears, no shields, so they used the land itself. They threw stones with surprising accuracy. They waved branches to appear larger. They screamed together in a chorus that startled predators long enough to escape. They climbed trees, hid in thorn bushes, or stood in tight circles with the children in the middle. These were not planned battles. They were desperate seconds that determined whether a generation lived or died. Fire changed everything, first as a gift from storms, later as a tool protected by the tribe. To predators, fire meant danger. To early humans, fire meant safety. Its light kept children warm on freezing nights. Its smoke pushed insects and beasts away. Its crackle created the first safe zone in a world of terror. The cause and effect was profound. Fire didn't just defend the young, it gave them a future. Families began sleeping close together, sharing cooked food, telling early forms of stories that taught the next generation how to survive. Fire shaped our brains. Fire shaped our culture. Fire shaped our unity. Protecting the young required more than instinct. It required community groups formed not just for food, but for protection. Roles emerged: watchers who stayed alert, while others rested, gatherers who brought food back to camp, elders who taught safe paths and dangerous ones. defenders who confronted threats first. Together, they built the first version of society, simple, fragile, but powerful. The children were not protected by one parent. They were protected by the tribe. And in unity, humanity found its greatest weapon. Droughts, predators, disease, starvation. Every force on Earth pushed early humans toward annihilation. But every generation that survived did so by protecting its young with new skills, new tools, new courage. Stick became club. Stone became blade, fire became fortress. Tribe became species. The first humans did not merely survive, they adapted faster than the world could destroy them. The way early humans defended their young shaped everything that followed. Our compassion, our teamwork, our intelligence, our instinct to protect the vulnerable, those ancient struggles live inside us still. Every parent's fear, every community's unity, every effort to safeguard the next generation echoes the courage of the humans who refuse to let their children disappear. We are here today because they fought together. For millions of years, humanity stood on the edge of disappearance. Droughts swept across the land, herds changed migration routes, diseases struck without warning, new predators evolved faster and stronger. But humanity evolved too. Stone became blade, branch became spear, strategy became tradition, tradition became survival. Each generation defended the next, pushing humanity one step further from extinction and one step closer to becoming the species that would reshape the world. The story of early humans defending their young is the story of humanity itself. Courage, unity, instinct, innovation. Every cry protected, every fire tended, every predator confronted. Every child carried across dangerous land. All of it shaped the minds, bodies, and instincts we carry today. We exist because they refused to give up. We thrive because they stood together. We are human because they chose to protect their young, no matter the cost.